Welcome to Crusher Talk from the road. I am your friend Hayley Crusher Cain, here on a special holiday edition, van edition of the podcast with my co-host and van driver, Dr. Cain Esq.
Trump sucks.
And we are driving into and out of maybe an Arctic blast, which sounds a lot like a delicious Mountain Dew beverage that you would find at Taco Bell, but no, it is not. It is, do you know what an Arctic blast is, Reed?
Yeah.
We're actually in Iowa right now, just to paint the picture.
So the Midwest has been blown up by the cold weather sweeping down from Canada as the extraordinarily warm weather on the West Coast pushes that cold weather up and over and into the Midwest.
Spoken like a true weatherman. As usual, we blame the Canadians. Blame the Canadians. We drove out from Detroit yesterday. That was a probably 8-hour drive.
10.
That turned into 10 when not the 80, but 80, because we don't say the. That's a California thing before the freeways. I-80 was closed for a portion, and we found ourselves skittering down a back road 2-lane highway, which was super, super shiny with black ice the entire way, which was really, really fun. Checked into a Motel 8 that actually was very reasonably priced and did not give a crap at all about the fact that we had 2 dogs. We could have had 2 giant Great Danes. They didn't blink an eye. They just didn't care. So we brought our little chihuahuas in, and it was negative 7 degrees last night. So there's been a lot of Musher's Secret going around. That's the wax you put on your dog's feet to protect them from the snow, in case you don't know about Musher's Secret. It's a great tip for any wimpy dogs out there. And we've been working basically on getting them to go outside and pee, which has been really kind of traumatic for these little chihuahuas, because this is definitely the coldest weather that they've ever encountered, wouldn't you say, Reed?
Yeah, certainly. But we got a car heated blanket that plugs into your cigarette lighter, and they've really been enjoying that.
Yes, I was just going to say, tell me about how you got the idea to get an electric blanket for the van, because this is the smartest thing ever. Both dogs right now are on my lap with an electric blanket, toasting them up like little tacos. Why did you decide to do that, and what did you use to make this happen? Because, you need to have these things plugged in.
I knew that the dogs would like it, but actually it was for you, because you're always complaining about how cold it is in the van. So it's really something I bought for you that just doubled as a dog blanket.
That's not true. He did it for the dogs. Speaking of my neediness, what is it like when waking up in the morning and dealing with me? What are the steps that you have to go through to make me a living person every morning?
Well, this morning was an unusual incident. It's not always like this, but one of the dogs can't ride in the van without being drugged on some sedatives. So, he's got to be drugged 2 hours before we can get on the road, and we've got a lot of driving to do today. So I had to get up early and prepare a McDouble, which is Manning's favorite. It's kind of the only thing he'll eat the pills with. He rejects the pills. So I got up to warm up the McDouble in the microwave and get the dog going so that we can get on the road. And Hayley got really upset that I would get up and do anything except sleep in. So that's pretty much standard issue. If you fuck with her before 8:30 in the morning, it's not great.
Well, Gidget had to get down on the ground and poop on the floor in the Super 8 hotel. Even though I put down a pee pad for her, and she had to poop on the floor in the middle of the night. So I think that
Did she use the pee pad?
She did not use the pee pad at all. Even though I never know where she wants it in the room, and she decided that under the desk was the perfect place to poop. So I think that I'm valid in my emotions this morning, because I was already pretty grumpy from that. But then what? Then what do you have to do?
It's not a have to situation, but I'm more of a morning person, so I get up, and Hayley's not so much of a morning person, so I make her breakfast and coffee and shit like that. I don't know, standard issue, and then I motivate her to get up at her normal getting up time, because she doesn't get up so well.
Don't talk about
Don't talk about
it.
what?
What time I get up.
Oh, okay. At her secret time.
We don't talk about what time I get up in the morning, but yes, happy wife, happy life. Am I right?
All right.
But we have morning shift and night shift, don't we?
Yes, that's true. I'm pretty useless after about 7 o'clock at night. My brain starts not functioning. So Hayley's not so good in the morning, and I'm not so good at night. So it's a pretty good team.
That's right, because I do make the dinners and I clean up. Now I clean up like the morning shift guy's going to come in, and I want to make sure it's nice and clean for the morning shift. Like they're going to open a cafe the next day. So I bleach everything and keep everything nice so that when I'm grumpy in the morning, at least my husband will have a little bit of sympathy for me. And yeah. Anyways, that's our routine right now. We're pretty bored because we're looking at another 12 hours to Denver. 11 hours when we get to, who's counting, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very snowy. It's right now, I think, -1 or something like that.
It's 11 degrees.
Oh, it's 11 degrees. A balmy 11 degrees as we're rolling through Iowa City at the moment. And
I don't know where we are. Not Iowa City.
we just passed Iowa City, didn't we? Okay. Unfortunately, we can't stop at any of our favorite vintage stores or comic book stores or Goodwills because it's actually so cold we cannot leave the dogs in the van. It's so cold that their dog water dish in the back has ice chunks floating in it. That's new. While we're driving. It is so cold that I could have sworn last night the pee was frozen out of Manning's you-know-what when he was trying to pee out on the side of the road like a little statue. Yeah, we're driving away from the cold right now, and we're looking forward to being in Denver, where apparently it was 70 degrees yesterday. We're going to stop in Denver, meet up with our pal Ruben, and practice a set with him, because he's going to be coming on those March Screeching Weasel dates that are taking place on the East Coast. In fact, I believe we have a new date that just came online for March.
Reading, PA.
Yeah, that's Reading, PA, March 22nd. It's a Sunday. So we'll have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
Four days?
Yep.
In March. And then in April, we'll be debuting that new drummer. And we're really excited, like I said, to work with her and announce her and everything. But
She's in Detroit.
you gotta wait, because she's in Detroit and she's getting geared up. She's like doing the training behind the scenes and doing the training montage from the 80s movies right now. She's like lifting weights. Actually, I'm not joking. The amount of cardio that you need to have to be in this band is kind of ridiculous. And in fact, we were talking about it last night, and how I, for years, resisted, getting as healthy as I possibly could be. But now that I'm a lot healthier and don't drink, and I work out more, and I lift weights, and lost some weight, and all those things, I feel like I can actually handle the amount of energy that we have to put out on stage. So we do require our drummers to be, at least like somewhat superhero strength.
Sure. Why don't you tell the story of how we met Ruben?
How do we meet Ruben? We were touring through Colorado around, I want to say 2017 or 18, which was the golden years of Crushers touring. We were touring all the time. We were touring West Coast, and then we were touring Midwest, and we had many different drummers. I think that tour we had our friend Brian B-Ball, and Brian Moselle from San Luis Obispo. Hi, Brian.
Colts suck.
The Colts suck, Brian. I can't, that doesn't sound authentic when I say it. You say it.
Colts suck, Brian.
Okay. And we were playing Streets of London, which I believe is no more, but it was an old-timey punk rock venue in Detroit.
Oh, Denver.
I'm sorry. Why am I saying Detroit? I meant to say Denver. 2 Ds.
Yeah.
And Ruben was somebody who showed up to that show, I believe, and we had maybe met online prior, just really briefly.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think I had maybe some interactions with him online. And I think at that time, who was he drumming with at that time? Do you know?
Bracheros for sure, because that's his longtime band. And I
Yeah.
think maybe he had another band too, but I don't remember. And then I think he was starting with Sack.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that was before SAC, maybe. But Bracheros are a great band. I believe it's Ruben and his brother, right?
Yeah.
And it's a Peruvian pop punk explosion. I think we have the record that has the llama on the cover. Alpaca that's jumping over the border wall. Is that right?
So I think that's what the dude's doing. It's hard to figure out.
Yeah, something like that.
Cartoonish.
Really well produced, by the way. Great record. I wish I knew what the name of it was off the top of my head. Anyways, okay, we got cut off. We went on a long-winded tangent about Ruben and Colorado, but now we can just do the bullet points.
Yeah.
His buddy came out with him. I think his name was Marcus, but I can't quite remember. And he said he knew how to play lobotomy, and so we had him play drums randomly on lobotomy. And we did an okay job, probably like a C- job on that song.
He did not know how to
He did not. I don't know if he knew how to play it correctly, but whatever. It was still really fun. And then Ruben took us to get not one but two burritos: a super spicy beef burrito, which I believe I talked about on a Crusher Talk ages ago about Colorado and touring, I think. And also took us to a Mexican restaurant in Denver that gives free food to touring bands. Very cool spot, and put us up and showed us videos of his band Bracheros rocking to like 1 million people out in South America, because apparently everybody's big somewhere and Ruben's big in South America. So yeah, we're going to meet up with him, and he's going to go through the set with us because he's going to be playing those Weasel dates with us coming up on the East Coast. And so we'll do 2 days in Denver, and then we'll drive up through the mountains. How many thousands of miles is it? 4,000 miles up? 2,000 miles? 2,000 feet? Not miles, that'd be the moon.
6,000.
We'd be at the moon. 6,000 feet. We would be literally like in space.
Yeah.
No, it's how much? 2,000 feet? 6,000 feet. I always forget. 6,000 feet up to Carbondale, Colorado, where the sun instantly sizzles you and water boils quicker, and if you drink a beer, you will pass out immediately. So we're going to go see Reed's folks, and then we'll do some other stuff, but that'll be another podcast. What are you excited about, the most excited about for being back in Denver or being back in Carbondale, Colorado?
Denver's not my favorite city. It's okay. We're always here in the winter, it seems, so kind of not that great. But in Carbondale, we'll go to the Glenwood Hot Springs one night. That's always really fun. The world's largest hot springs pool. And just to see my folks, that'll be cool. We haven't been back for a year, so it'll be nice.
Yeah, so we're going to do that, and that will be a blast. Reed always drags me to his favorite pizza place, Peppino's, which is really mediocre. But it is the pizza you grew up with, so, I think the pizza you grew up with is the pizza you think is the best forever. For me, I'm excited to go get some Nardone's pizza in California when we're there. That's my favorite pizza, which weirdly is Detroit-style pizza.
Wait, didn't they go out of business?
Their Atascadero location is gone, but they have another location, I believe, somewhere else on the Central Coast. Excited to get some tri-tip at Jocko's Steakhouse out there in California, and we are going to do a stint in Mexico in Molar City, and in my mind I'm picturing like a whole town filled with teeth memorabilia and teeth statues. So let's hope it's that weird.
Well, you tell them why we're going. We're going to get cheap dental work in Mexico. We're risking it all to get I have to get 2 crowns. And in Michigan, they wanted $4,000+, and in Mexico, it's $1,000. So
right.
We're going to try it out. I could fuck it up 4 times and still be cheaper than Michigan.
So we have our passports. Almost forgot to bring those. We got our Mexican dogs, and I'm going to get a half-priced, deeply discounted breast augmentation while I'm there.
Or some veneers.
Maybe some veneers. I was saying Reed should go for some gold fangs, straight up gold fangs. Come back with gems in his teeth. We're also going to be in Seattle, actually, before all that, in the Seattle area, Belfair, Washington, about an hour outside of Seattle, hour and a half. We are going to the Twin Peaks city, so if anybody has any suggestions for that, let us know. Otherwise, we're just going to drive in circles until we find some damn good coffee, as Agent Dale Cooper likes to say on the show.
And if anybody has a wetsuit medium on the Central Coast, I forgot mine in in Detroit, so kind of need a wetsuit out there.
Yeah, call for wetsuits. Must be a short king with what size are you, Reed?
I'm a medium.
He's a medium, guys, and you know what? He says that with pride. He's a medium kind of guy. That's why he fits in the van so well. Okay, well, we're going to sign off for now. Have a great holiday. Oh, I wanted to actually give 2 holiday recommendations. I watched a movie called The Baltimoreans, which is a unlikely Christmas movie. I thought it was really, really funny and touching. It's about a comedian who has he basically slips and speaking of dental work, messes up his teeth pretty bad and has to go get his teeth fixed by an on-call dentist on Christmas Eve, and from there, like, hijinks ensue between the middle-aged female dentist and this, like, 30-something comedian who's kind of down on his luck, and they go through a series of unfortunate events that it all turns out to be really sweet in the end. It's really a sweet, heartwarming story.
When did you watch this movie?
You're watching some sports ball or something, and I was like, well, I'm going to watch my own thing, so I watched The Baltimoreans.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a new movie, by the way. I got it on, I think I had to, like, rent it on Amazon Prime or Video or something. I'm not sure. It's not, like, I don't think it's on Netflix or anything like that. And then the other thing I wanted to recommend is I've been listening to a guy named, or his project anyways, is Dent May. Is that right? Or is it May Dent? No, it's Dent May. May Dent? May Dent? Dent May. I don't know which side wait, okay. I am having an ADHD moment and I don't remember what order his weird name is in, but I will put the link to this guy. He's very much like a Beach Boys meets yacht rock meets a little bit of Bee Gees. Sometimes there's laser keyboards, and he's from Mississippi, and now he lives in LA, and the music is delightfully retro, but he's a producer as well, so if you're into, like, listening to all the layers and textures and music, and you're really into, like, that kind of thing, you'll enjoy it. It has a great ambiance, and I highly recommend. I'll put the album I recommend because, again, like, I'm just in the van right now and I don't have anything in front of me at the moment except for my phone. So that is another recommendation for the holidays. Reed, do you have any recommendations for the holidays?
No, not really. I don't know.
Oh, we were in McDonald's recently last night, and there was a new Christmas song. Like, you know how every year there's new Christmas songs and you don't know who's singing them. And they were talking about having a selfie with Santa. And so you might want to Google that and look that song up because it was ridiculous. It made me laugh. The whole thing is about having a photo with Santa, all the way down to, like, I think they sing, the lyrics are like, all you have to do is come in close and say 1, 2, 3, cheese, have a selfie with Santa.
Oh.
So that's where we are in our world today. We're in a selfie with Santa. Oh, I had one more. You're Wrong About by Sarah Marshall podcast did one about Cold War Christmas, talking about, like, mid-century Christmas and what Christmas and Santa Claus represented during that era, with an amazing author who wrote a book about mid-century Christmas time and America and culturally what Christmas was all about, coming out of World War II and going into the era of, like, atomic age Christmas. It's actually really, really interesting, and I'm not that into Christmas just on its face, but I found it really cool, and so I will have a link to that podcast as well as that book, which seems very interesting, and I'd actually want to maybe read that. Okay, so those are my Christmas recommendations at the moment. Have a peppermint mocha from McDonald's. I did, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was pretty good. We also had some McDonald's regular coffee. It was pretty good, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of wrecked trucks up here.
Oh yeah, we should have mentioned too when the highway was closed down. Oh shit, there are some wrecked trucks up in here. We were pissed off because we got detoured onto this stupid 2-lane highway, but then Reed wakes up in the morning and turns on the news, and there was a massive pileup on I-80 that looked pretty gruesome. Nobody died, but it looked like a bummer. Oh wow, 2 more trucks. We just passed like 4 big rig trucks. They're wrecked. Well, I guess we should focus on the roads. So anyways, until next time, sparkle hard.
Hasta luego.